Cross! Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm a singer.
Hi, my name is Peyton, and I'm a dancer.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back with a comeback that has been a long time coming, and we'll be reacting again to Secret Number.
Yes, so Secret Number is back with a new release today called Fire Saturday, Fruto. So obviously we have watched the teaser in advance for this, and we are aware that there's been a couple lineup changes for this comeback. That being said, let us go! Logo?
New one. Like the intro, not the logo.
Oh, I was like, the logo's the
No,
same.
the logo's the same. Right, I noticed in the teaser too, the kind of like disco party. Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was gonna talk about the screen. Do.
Oh, I was talking about the outfits.
Oh wait, is there subtitles?
No.
Oh.
Hot fire. Oh, that's a cool transition. It was like the screen burn.
That was very sing-songy.
It's like playful, like you wanna flirt, like that sort of thing. I mean, that's literally what it is.
I know. They keep saying "Welcome to my world." It makes me think of and the colors of this and everything too. When they're saying "Welcome to my world," makes me think of Barbie.
I was just thinking, I was like, is she gonna say Barbie?
Well, cause the outfits too.
Very Barbie.
And they have the light outlining effects too. Oh my god, those shoes look intense. I don't know if you saw them.
Oh.
What?
We're just looking at the dance.
Oh. Yeah, the styling, in shots like where is it? This one. This one especially.
See, I keep thinking of Daphne from Scooby-Doo.
Just that era. It's very techno-y. So.
But it still has the neon signs, neon lights, neon backlighting that isn't like all the other Secret Number title tracks.
But the song just isn't super disco-y, you know?
I really like the beginning choreography of the chorus.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I can dance.
Yep, but I knew what you meant.
Oh yeah, and then build-ups.
Oh, that's interesting. The way they're moving forward is sort of... I'll talk about it later.
Okay, I was like, yeah?
Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about was actually some of the arm movements that are in the dance, because I found it really interesting since it is Fire Saturday, and that's also literally the Korean title, it's a literal translation. And there were a lot of moments in the dance where it made me think, especially in the arms, that had been inspired by a fire, a little flame. And one of the moments that stuck out the most to me in that respect was on the worlds in the chorus that they're dragging out, because it's when they're doing back and forth with their other arm up, and because because of the shape of the arms, you're sort of getting this like flame-like shape, but it's constantly moving, like flickering, and like it's like building and building and building, because the arms also get bigger throughout that movement. Like it starts a little smaller and then gets bigger. So it's like something is burning up, it's overtaking you. And there's other arm movements like that as well, where the way that it's moving sort of gives that illusion of a flame, or not just the arms, like the whole body will. And that's kind of related to my second point. This dance like just does not stop. It actually made me think, especially because so much of it is like bouncy, and like there's a lot of jumping. Like I mentioned, I liked the beginning of the chorus and how it was like the kicks back and forth, but it wasn't just kicking, like their other leg is actually leaving the ground every single time. It kind of made me think of like the floor is lava, or like the floor is on fire, because it was like, oh, the dance floor, like we're burning up the dance floor, it's so hot, like we can't stay still. And I think for the concept that they're going for, it's like this party, it's like a fire Saturday, you're like out with your friends having a good time, you know, they're like playing billiards, they're in like a club dance scene, like all this sort of stuff. It really fits that sort of concept. And so I think especially the footwork gave me that impression, and that was one of the reasons where I was like, oh, the way they came forward is really interesting at the end, because it was sort of like, in dance it's called a pony step, because it's like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. But I didn't just want to be like pony step, because I didn't want to be like, they're like horses, because that's kind of weird. But it was because of how they were coming forward, it gives a very upbeat feeling. Like it's used a lot in party scenes and dancing, but it also had that same, like, their legs were shaped sort of like a flame, and they're like bouncing off the ground. But the last thing I was gonna say, and I kind of hinted at it just now, like when I said, oh, they're in a club scene, is that the overall feeling of the dance is like they choreographed a club scene. Like when you watch a movie or something and they're in a club, all of the dancing is choreographed so that you get a specific feeling. And that was sort of how this felt. Like the different arm movements, it was sort of like inviting you into this party because it would be easier to follow for people. I thought that was like a really fun way to portray this concept of Fire Saturday. Those are my comments. And this turn.
Hello! So it is time for my comments now. I guess the first thing that I'll sort of say is tied into the end of your comments. And we kind of talked about it in the music video too when we were watching. Visually, it all looks like pretty retro, maybe more like disco era. What you're hearing in your ears, like the music, is not really disco at all. So it's like interesting that they're kind of different, but the music is more like club style. Not club style with like the deep thumping bass that you're thinking of and like all the lights are dark and everything, but more like upbeat. Like it's club style because it's indoors, but like the energy it was giving me was kind of like summer party, and like the music as well, because it is like higher pitch, it's brighter. I said with the colors too, and like the way they're dressed, it kind of made me think of Barbie. Also because they're singing Welcome to My World, like that is repeated so much, so it is sort of like welcoming you into like their world, being a fan. We've mentioned in other Secret Number reactions before too, like to their previous releases, like title tracks as well, that like the loud colors, and like I didn't get to finish it at the end of the video, but like the ending with like the title of the song, the font that it used, sort of like comic booky font. It feels sort of like, I don't know if larger than life is the right term, hence like the Barbie thing too that it made me think of. But I will say one thing different about the music that we've noticed in previous Secret Number releases that I didn't hear this time, maybe I missed it, I didn't hear any brass, which was really strange. I don't want to say that it felt like something was missing, but I was like, where's the brass? Anyways, talking more about the song now. Kind of still in line with that more like Barbie theme. It's like very playful. Like I mentioned, the song itself is higher pitched and like the singing is higher pitched, like the chorus is very high pitched, but the way that they're singing it is pretty playful as well. I think the only times it brings down a little bit more is not down in energy, but like more groundedness, I guess, is when Jinny is rapping and it turns more like girl crush-esque. Whereas in the other like singing melodic moments, it's more like playful, like kind of cute. But something about the song also is that like there's a lot of more like techno synths in it. Even the bass that you hear kind of adding to that club feeling again. I think I kind of like was going along to it in the song for a little bit. It's just like a 1, 2, 3, 4, chord change 2, 3, 4, chord change 2, 3, 4. It's very straightforward, but in the way that like rallies everyone together to like have fun in a party, as you do with like most club music. But yeah, like you were saying, the song is like constantly driving along with like that bass that I just mentioned, and like the theme of the song doesn't really change too much because it is like, that's the whole point of the song. It's like the consistent feeling. Like even the bridge, when it kind of switches up, it's like still consistent with the previous feeling that you've been getting for the rest of the song, but you can still tell that distinctly this is the bridge. It's like a different section, and then it goes back into a final chorus. But yeah, those are all like my constructive comments. Overall, I totally get the Fire. It's weird to call it Fire Saturday.
In English.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm just like, oh yeah, Purto. By the way,
Party.
yeah, Purto, it's like Pur is fire, and then To is the abbreviation for Toyoyear, which is the word for Saturday, in case you didn't know yet. So yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm done.
Okay, so TLDR is Secret Number. Welcome back. Your fans have been waiting. Congratulations on your new song, and welcome to the new members. Yes, they are back with Fire Saturday Purto, and it really is just a party song. Like, it's high energy, the dance is high energy, and it's really inviting you into their world to party with them and have a good time with them.
But that being said, if you would like to talk with us more about Secret Number, about this release, about what our Saturdays look like, I don't know.
Not like this.
Then feel free to reach out to us on our socials, which are linked in the cards. And as always, if you enjoyed this reaction video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and bye!